Okay, I thought today what I would do is address the forward tip posture that some of us tend to walk around in, and it looks a little something like this. When your hips are tilted forwards and the spine has a deeper arch in the lower back. And we call this the anterior tip of the pelvis or a lordotic spine. I walked around with this posture for many years, and what I found as a result of that forward tip of the pelvis, my hips got really tight, the hip flexors were shortened, I needed to do a lot of lunging and a lot of hip opening. My abdominals were long and weak in this forward tip of the pelvis, so I had to work on strengthening the abdominals, and my lower back muscles, my extensors, were in a held fixed position, so I had to work on stretching out my lower back. So I'm going to show you 3 exercises that you can do to stretch and strengthen those groups I just talked about if you happen to be one of those forward tipping pelvis people. So first one is just a simple lunge. So you're going to get into stretching out the muscles at the front of the hip through a lunge. You're going to try and hold your stretch for about 25 seconds, taking deep breaths. Make sure your knee is behind your hip. Cushion out your knee if you need to, so bring some towels or cushions underneath there and hold that lunge stretch. Lunges are everything, okay? I found the more I got into lunging, the more my hip flexors began to elongate and give me less hassle, stretch out basically. So that's your first one, lunge. Second one, for stretching out your lower back, like how long is a piece of string? You can do tons of exercises to stretch the lower back, but you're going to do a rolling like a ball. It's lovely. So you're going to tuck the tailbone under, round the spine basically, engage, scoop the abs into the back, rise the heels up to knee height, look down to the center, and you're just going to roll out your back. So there's a couple of ways you can do the roll like a ball. You can either try and keep the balance, a bit more work through the abdominals, keeping the heels to knee height. Inhale back, exhale to unroll, or you can just simply keep the feet down on the way up when you unroll. Look through the knees. Inhale, just roll to your shoulder blades. You don't want to roll to the back of the head. Inhale, roll out, exhale, unroll. Ha. Third exercise for the abdominals is some simple ab curls. So lying onto your back, hands behind the head, feet stand in line with the hip, bum bones, and draw the elbows in so you can see them in your side vision. Take an inhale, and then really curling the head, neck and shoulders off the ground from the power through the front abdominals. Try to keep your pelvis in neutral so the hip bones are looking up rather than tucking your pelvis under. Yeah, it's a different feeling, really articulating through those front abdominals, the abdominal wall. Come down. Support the head so you can really feel this through the abdominals. Ha, exhale to come up. I can already feel it on just 1 or 2. So try to go for between, on your first couple of days, between 6 to 8, and then you might want to increase your repage going up to 10. Hope that helps, guys. So hip flexing stretch, lunges, rolling like a ball to stretch the lower back out, give it a good old massage, and abdominal strengthening. And see how that then applies to when you come to standing, that you can keep some space into the fronts of the hips, length into your lower back, bring your hips into that neutral position so they're not here anymore, but they're drawing slightly back, and you're in a better optimum functioning position for your muscular system. Hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below.